Stop trying to predict the direction of the market, the economy, or the elections. Warren Buffett. You ever nail the direction of a trade, like price action was clean, the setup was textbook, and still lose money? You weren't wrong, but you weren't right enough. Because while you were watching the candles, you missed one key factor: the strength behind the move. That's the heartbreak of so many traders. You identify the breakout, you catch the momentum early, but the trade fizzles out. Stalls or reverses halfway through. And now you're left frustrated, discouraged, and wondering what you did wrong when everything looked so right. The pain isn't just in the loss of profits, it's in the loss of confidence. But here's the truth. You don't just need to know where price is going. You need to know how strong the move is. And that's where the ADX, also known as the Average Directional Index, comes in. The ADX is a technical indicator that measures the strength of a trend, regardless of its direction. Whether price is going up or down, ADX tells you how much power is behind that movement so that you can stop second guessing and start trading with conviction. So sit tight, family, because in just a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this tool to make sure you never miss the strength of a trend again. Let's get right into it. What's up, fam? I'm Dr. O, the founder of the Trading Psychology for Reparations program, where we help stock market traders from the Black community tap into their power, reclaim their wealth, and walk boldly toward financial freedom. Let me say this clearly. We don't have to wait for the government to hand us a check. The tools are already in front of us. The stock market has always been the playground of the wealthy, but now it's our classroom, our battlefield, and our vehicle. I'm here to make sure you know how to drive it. In today's episode, we're diving deep into one of the most underrated but powerful indicators in the game, the ADX, or Average Directional Index. It was developed by the legendary J. Wells Wilder, the same man who brought us RSI and other core indicators. He created the ADX to help traders stop guessing and start measuring, to evaluate the strength of a trend, not just the direction. Because it's not enough to know where price is going. You need to know it has the power to keep going. So if this is speaking to your spirit, go ahead and drop a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. Because now I'm going to show you how to actually use the ADX to take your trading from shaky to solid. Let's build this legacy together. It's important to highlight that the ADX measures trend, not direction. In trading and in life, it's not just about knowing where you're going. It's about how strongly you're moving in that direction. The ADX, also known as the Average Directional Index, doesn't concern itself with the path the market is taking. It cares more about the power behind that path. And that shift in focus is a game changer. Many traders lose money not because they guessed the wrong direction, but because they entered a weak trend that never had the momentum to carry them to profit. When you use the ADX, you stop relying on guesswork and start trading based on measurable energy. You begin asking better questions like, is this move real? Does it have the force to sustain itself? That clarity brings confidence, and that confidence births consistency. Life has the same lesson. You might know your purpose or calling, but without strength behind your steps, progress stalls. ADX mirrors that wisdom. It teaches you to evaluate the quality of motion, not just its existence, because true results come from focused momentum, not scattered movement. So as you grow as a trader and as a person, let the ADX remind you, direction matters, but conviction is what carries you. Values below 20 indicate a weak or ranging market. One of the greatest gifts the ADX gives you is the ability to say, not now. When the ADX value is below 20, it's telling you the market is moving without intention, just noise and indecision. This is where many new traders burn out. They enter based on hope, not momentum, and walk away confused, frustrated, and broke. But the ADX can protect your peace and your portfolio. This low value reading teaches you to pause with purpose. Just because the market is open doesn't mean it's offering opportunity. Waiting isn't weakness, it's wisdom. ADX empowers you to recognize when doing nothing is the most powerful move you can make. Think about your own life. Not every season is a season to push. Some seasons are for watching, learning, and preserving energy for the real move. The ADX is your reminder that silence in the market isn't failure, it's preparation. So when ADX is under 20, don't panic, don't force. Sit still, observe, get ready. Because when the market does wake up, you'll already be prepared to move with precision. Values above 25 to 30 signal a strong trend. When the ADX climbs above 25 or even 30, something powerful is happening. The market is finally speaking with conviction. This is your green light, your invitation to engage with confidence. No more guessing, no more hoping. Just clear, calculated momentum you can actually trade. This isn't just about strategy. It's about stepping into your authority as a trader. A strong trend is like a wave. If you've got the tools and courage, you can ride it all the way to your financial breakthrough. ADX helps you spot that wave early so you don't miss it and you don't get wiped out trying to chase it late. This is what life looks like when you move with clarity. You stop questioning yourself. You stop second guessing. You start trusting that when the conditions are strong, you're fully equipped to act because preparation means opportunity, and that's how wealth is built. Let ADX be your confirmation. When the trend is strong, don't shrink. Lean in, lock in, level up. A rising ADX means that it's a strengthening trend. It's like a pulse quickening. It tells you the market is coming to life. While other traders wait for the obvious breakout, you've already received the signal. This trend is gaining strength. That means you can step in with confidence while the momentum is still building, not after the crowd catches on. When you train your eyes to see what's unfolding, not just what's happened, you step into a realm most traders never enter: foresight. A rising ADX gives you that. It helps you stop reacting and start positioning. You learn to read strength in its infancy before it's paraded across headlines and YouTube thumbnails. In your personal growth, there are signs, subtle but powerful, that your breakthrough is also building. Just like a rising ADX, they show up as increased discipline, sharper intuition, or the quiet confidence to say no to distractions. At first, it might not look like much from the outside, but inside you're aligning with momentum. You're stepping into the energy that builds empires, legacies, and inner peace. So when the ADX is rising, it's not just a trading signal, it's a life principle. When strength starts building beneath the surface, pay attention, prepare, act. Because the real moves aren't made when everyone's watching. They're made in the quiet climb of rising conviction. And that's where your wealth is born. A falling ADX means that there is a weakening trend or potential reversal. It's often the market's whisper that something is about to change. When that line starts to decline, it tells you that the current trend, no matter how strong it once was, is losing steam. This isn't a time for fear. It's a time for focus. Because when momentum dies, so does opportunity, and only the prepared know when to exit before the reversal wrecks their account. In trading, a fallen ADX helps you manage risk like a pro. It gives you the heads up to tighten stop losses, scale out, or protect your profits while others are still chasing the ghost of yesterday's trend. It reminds you that strength is seasonal, and part of mastering the markets is knowing when to stop holding on to what once worked. In life, this shows up in relationships, careers, and even belief systems. Sometimes we hold on to things just because they used to work, but the ADX teaches us to recognize when the energy has shifted. When the momentum is gone, it's not failure, it's feedback. So don't mourn the drop, celebrate your awareness. When the strength fades, you don't have to fall with it. You can rise ahead of it. ADX helps you to choose the right strategy. Here's where the ADX becomes the most powerful as a tool. It becomes your trading compass. It doesn't just tell you what's happening, it tells you how to respond. When the ADX is high, you lean into momentum, riding the wave with trend-following strategies. When it's low, you switch gears, using range-bound setups to capitalize on price oscillations. This is the kind of wisdom that separates profitable traders from hopeful ones. You're not forcing a trend where there isn't one. You're not chasing volume that doesn't exist. You're adapting, like water. You're reading the conditions and flowing with them, not fighting them. And that level of flexibility builds resilience, not just in your trades, but in your mindset. So this is how you download the Average Directional Index. You go to www.tradingview.com, the Indicators tab, type in ADX, and you can see the Average Directional Index below. And as you can see, as it goes up, it shows that there's a trend. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Life will always offer you seasons of growth and stillness. The ADX reminds you when it's time to push, push hard. When it's time to wait, do so with intention. Because success isn't about being aggressive, it's about being aligned. So let the ADX help you trade like the strategist you were born to be. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what works. And that starts with reading the room and the market with precision. You don't have to keep guessing your way through the markets. You don't have to keep hoping the next trade works out while secretly feeling like you're one candle away from giving up. With tools like the ADX, you're not just watching price, you're measuring power. You're no longer reacting, you're recognizing. And when you trade with recognition, you stop doubting yourself and start showing up like the strategist you were born to be. The market doesn't care about your background, your past mistakes, or even your current bank account. But when you enter it equipped with knowledge and the right mindset, it has no choice but to respond. The ADX is more than an indicator. It's an invitation. An invitation to move with intention, enter with clarity, and exit with peace. Because when you understand trend strength, you no longer chase money. You attract it with wisdom. And if you've ever felt like the game was rigged against you, let me be the one to tell you it was. But that ends now. We've stopped waiting for external reparations and we've started reclaiming what's already due to us, one chart at a time, one level at a time, one breakthrough at a time. Because we're not just trading for profits, we're trading for power, for legacy, and for healing. If you're ready to stop trading in isolation and start growing in community, I want to invite you to join the Trading Psychology for Reparations movement. Every day, I give key market levels and mindset strategies to help you trade with confidence and consistency. This support is completely free because information like this should never be gatekept. So go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. And let's rise together one powerful trade at a time. You've got this. Peace and blessings. Dr. O.